The conversation was about the history of Chicago and the fact that Chicago is the transportation hub of America, the Chicagoland area. More specifically, down here where I live in the far southwest suburbs is container central, right? 2.5 million semis a year going through my county. The largest inland port in the nation in my backyard, 10 minutes from my front door. Barges going up and down the river, trucks going up and down the highway, rail cars going in and out of the rail yards, and underneath it all, multiple oil and natural gas pipelines flowing from one part of the country to another, crisscrossing right here under Chicagoland's feet. It's the hub of America, and this person says essentially that he's not happy with it. Not everyone is happy that the Chicago metro area is a transportation hub. These damn trucks could go away tomorrow, and most of us would be happy, so forth, so on, so forth, and so on. And I understand what you're saying. I live in a town where here in Shanahan and in our sister town, Minooka, the next town over, there are a lot of people that complain about the trucks. Because with all of that transportation distribution business comes a lot of trucks. You have to move things by trucks and by rail. It's just a necessary byproduct of the industry that is the dominant industry of our area. Here's the problem with what your statement is. And I keep having this conversation with other people here in town, and none of them seem to really grasp the concept of what I'm saying here. Hopefully you do. And that is this. If you want the trucks to go away, then you need to stop buying everything. Now. Everything that you touch or consume is, at one point in time, most likely moved on a semi. Now, you might be eating some farm-to-table vegetables that were moved on a much smaller truck from a farm to a grocer or to a restaurant or something of that nature, but everything's got to get moved by truck. The gasoline that you put in your car was brought to the gas station by a semi. The food that you buy from your local grocery store, no matter if it's a mom and pop grocery store or a Walmart or a regional chain, that food got there in a semi. All of the clothes that you buy were moved by a semi. All of the materials it took to build your house was moved by a semi. Everything, the lawnmower you bought for your house, the paint that you bought for the walls of your house, the bumper sticker you bought for your car, the fucking back scratcher that you bought that you keep on your desk, or the book that you picked up for an afternoon of reading, all of it was moved by a semi. And if you don't want semis, if you don't want trucks, then you don't want products. So you better start making your own clothes, growing your own food, processing your own meat, all of it. You don't get to buy gasoline anymore. And I'm not trying to be mean when I say this, but people don't grasp the concept. We need the semis. We need them. They move fucking everything. Well, no, Tom, we can move it by rail. Okay, how are you going to get it from the fucking rail yard to the grocery store? How are you going to get it from the rail yard to the Walmart? How are you going to get it from the rail yard to the Target? How are you going to get it from the rail yard to the bookstore? How are you going to get it from the rail yard to JCPenney? By a fucking truck. It's all moved by trucks. Everything. And the same people that bitch and moan about too many trucks in our town then turn around and say, but I want this business in my town. I want this business in my town. I want this grocery store, and I want this type of business. Every time you ask for another business to move into your town, you are asking for more trucks. Because the trucks have to bring the shit for the business. They have to bring the shit to build the business. And then they have to bring the shit to keep the business open. They had to bring the shit to make the road to get you to the fucking business. It's all moved by trucks. All of it. So if you don't want trucks, that's fine. We can have that conversation. But that conversation begins with, when are you going to stop buying everything?